Live from KSAT 12, the News at Noon starts right now.
New this noon, a second person is now facing charges accused of shooting and killing a man outside of his workplace.
Police say this was all because of a robbery attempt, and officers may not be done making arrests in this case. 20-year-old Javon William Phillips is charged with capital murder for the shooting death of 25-year-old Cesar Esteban Garcia. Another suspect, Kia Dotson, was arrested for the same crime back in March. Police accused the pair of arranging a meetup with Garcia behind a warehouse back in February. Arrest paperwork says that Dotson told police that they were at that location to rob some gun parts from Garcia, but shot him during the process.
An affidavit states that there could be a third suspect in the case. Police believe someone was waiting for Dotson and Phillips in a vehicle, and that was their getaway driver.
All right, we're taking a quick look here at traffic. And of course, the 28th annual Cesar Chavez March for Justice will be taking place this weekend in the downtown area. Want to just let you guys know that the route's going to start at the Guadalupe Arts Theater to South Flores, Cesar Chavez, and then Hemisphere Park. VIA will have free rides to and from the Alamo Dome, and this is actually the 28th annual, again, March for Justice. There are thousands of people expected there, Ursula, to honor the civil rights icon. There will be a free water station at the HEB on South Flores, and Saturday's events will start with a morning program near the Guadalupe Theater, and then from there, marchers will head on to Hemisphere, where another celebration is planned. Should be a good time out there for the marchers to honor Cesar E. Chavez.
When the weather that you saw in that video may very well be the weather that we get for the Cesar Chavez March, because the rain moved in last night, then it moved out, and now we have this absolutely stunning out there.
Yeah, it was definitely packed a punch if you were up late last night.
Yeah.
I know it definitely kept me up out there for a little while, and then we had a lot of fog earlier this morning, but we see that that has lifted, and we will get full details later on from Justin Horn. But moving on, we have new details this noon in a deadly crash. We've now learned that a 63-year-old man was helping someone replace a flat tire when another driver hit and killed him. This all happened last night on Highway 281 southbound near Hildebrand Avenue and Olmos Park. Police tell us the victim parked his truck behind the driver that he was helping. That's when a third driver hit the truck, then lost control, eventually striking that victim. Police said no charges are expected to be filed as a result of this crash. The name of the person killed has not yet been released.
San Antonio police arresting a second suspect linked to the robbery of that armored truck crew earlier this week. It happened on Austin Highway near Harry Wurzbach on Wednesday. A new arrest affidavit says that Melvin Charles Hill Jr. pointed a gun at the armored truck crew, then forced them to get on the ground. The other suspect, 28-year-old DeAndre Nelson, is accused of then grabbing multiple boxes that contained large amounts of money. He was arrested earlier this week. Police say Nelson was on social media, apparently bragging about going to a casino to spend a lot of money.
All right, now to Capitol Hill, where lawmakers in Washington are hoping a $1.2 trillion spending package will be enough to avoid a partial government shutdown for several federal agencies this weekend. Now, this bill comes nearly 6 months into the current budget year. The House approved the bill today. It now goes to the Senate.
Lawmakers have been at odds over passing budget legislation, mainly over disagreements over border security funding. Representative Henry Cuellar speaking on the House floor today, saying this latest bill, however, does boost several border security measures.
It adds the largest number of Border Patrol agents at 22,000 agents. It adds CBP officers at the bridges so they can stop fentanyl. It adds support staff so they can support the agents. It adds money to Air Marines so they can do the work and counter drones.
Some Republicans have criticized the bill, though, as containing too few of their policy priorities, and it spends too much, they say. If it passes, the bill would allow Congress to complete its work in funding the government through September. However, a single senator can slow a bill's passage. Enacting the bill a day or two late would affect federal employees in unfunded departments who work over the weekend. And if it takes even longer than that, it would have an even greater effect.
And this comes as border security continues here in Texas. Just yesterday, a chaotic scene along the border when a group of migrants breached the razor wire barricades down in El Paso.
CNN's Ed Lavandera was there as hundreds of frustrated migrants from Venezuela mostly rushed the border troops, breaking through and even knocking down National Guardsmen.
You can see behind me the large border wall, and beyond it, several hundred more yards before you get to the Rio Grande. And beyond that, which you really can't really see from this vantage point, is another long line of chain link fence and razor wire that has been put in place by Texas National Guard soldiers over the last several months. And what happened was that we were told by CBP officials that there were several hundred migrants that essentially overwhelmed a number of Texas National Guard soldiers that were there. We're also told that, and we witnessed this when we arrived here at the scene, all of these migrants were then taken into Border Patrol custody, and they are right now in the process of being processed by Border Patrol. They were put on buses. What we saw is mostly a massive group of young men, also women and children, part of this group as well. And all of this, we should be very clear, is we're not exactly sure what instigated this or what sparked this particular tension to arise at this moment. We were told by Border Patrol officials here in this region that there hasn't been any kind of sign of rising tensions between migrants and Border Patrol officials and National Guard soldiers over the last few days leading up to this. So the circumstances of what led to it and what sparked all of this is unclear at this moment.
That was CNN's Ed Lavandera reporting. Now, Border Patrol tells us as of 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, all of the migrants from this particular group were moved from the site in El Paso. They're being processed for either deportation or asylum. One man was arrested for assaulting a guardsman. Meantime, Governor Greg Abbott remarked on X saying the state is doubling the razor wire where that breach occurred and, quote, DPS is instructed to arrest every illegal immigrant involved for criminal trespass and destruction of property, unquote.
And what a beautiful day. You guys noted earlier, we got blue skies out there. A little bit of fog earlier. Now skies have cleared and it's going to turn into a really nice weekend. Let's take a look at the temperatures right now. 74 degrees at the airport, 72 in New Braunfels, 73 Seguin, 70 in Bernie and Kerrville. We've got a light wind at the moment, although winds will start to pick up a little bit this afternoon, so be aware of that. And as we look at the forecast, 3 o'clock, 79. We're up around 80 for a high today. Northerly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour as we get into the afternoon, and look for a great evening too. A little breezy, yes, but temperatures around 74 at 8 o'clock, 70 at 9 p.m. You really can't beat that. The weekend looks pretty good too. We're going to be looking at temperatures in the 70s both days. More clouds and a little bit of wind on Sunday too. But as we get into Monday, that's when things begin to change. We'll have a chance for storms, especially early on Monday. And also, we're getting closer to the eclipse. We're getting excited about it. We'll have another update on that as well here in just a couple minutes, guys.
All right, thanks, Justin. Might be a good time to check out a patio bar or restaurant for some March Madness games. That is underway, and that includes the Spurs back at home tonight. We'll check in with the Silver and Black and look ahead to some NCAA tourney games today. Welcome back. Well, it might be a good time to head out to the Garden this weekend. I really don't have a green thumb, so.
Yeah, I have what is known as a brown thumb.
Oh, a brown thumb, okay.
That means, yeah, anything put in my care is going to die.
Okay, I didn't know it was referred to that. I'm probably in the similar route, but the soil here that you use in your garden is important because it adds nutrients to your plants. You can save money and help out the environment at the same time by making your own compost soil.
In this Gardening with KSAT, Sarah Costa teaming up with a local environmental gardening business to show us how you can make your own garden compost bin at home.
Want an easy-to-build compost bin? This one was made for just under $35. Remember I talked about the importance of tossing your food waste in the city green bins and how it's better for the environment?
So let's take it a step further and build our own compost bin for our garden.
Today, Christy and Becca, who own a local environmental gardening consulting company, along with Rainbow Gardens, are going to show us the easiest way to make your own at home.
Here's what you need.
4 non-painted pallets. You can get these for free at most local nurseries, including Rainbow Garden. Chicken wire, burlap sacks, staple guns, staples, wire cutters, screws, angle brackets, door hinges, a drill, and digging tools. I'm not a drill girly, but Christy is and makes it look simple, taking these screws and angle brackets connecting 3 of the pallets together. Next, cut the chicken wire and staple along all 3 sides. Then drill in the door hinges. Here's what makes it cute. Staple in the burlap sacks, fill with compost, and plant trailing flowers for that cottage aesthetic. Finally, dig a hole in the ground and start your compost pile.
Keep your composting simple. You don't want to get caught up in the ratios of the matter. Everybody's compost is going to be different.
Add your food scraps first, cover with your yard clippings or raked leaves. Depending on how often you add to it, lightly aerate it once a week to 2 weeks. In about 6 weeks, it should start looking more like dirt or actual compost. That's when you start flipping it, about every time you add to it or every couple of weeks.
Becca, Christy, thank you so much. And of course, thank you, Robin with Rainbow Gardens. Hey, happy gardening. I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
And if you're looking to spruce up your yard, the city's Parks and Rec Department is giving away free fruit trees this weekend. It's their annual fruit tree giveaway, and it'll be at Monterey Park on the west side, Saturday beginning at 8 o'clock in the morning. But you have to get there early because the line is going to be cut off after 1,000 people show up for their trees. The fruit trees they're going to be given out: lemon, lime, key lime, orange, peach, pomegranate, and fig. Ooh. That's good too. The trees are limited to 1 tree per household.
You had me at key lime, Ursula. Also on KSAT.com, it's time to start thinking about this weekend. A lot of things going on. Monarch Fest returns to the San Antonio Zoo tomorrow. It's a big party for those beautiful monarch butterflies, but there's also going to be games, photo opportunities, and you got to have dancing around the butterflies too. You can read all about this on KSAT.com.
Take a look outside with live cam. You can't see enough of this. It's just so pretty out there. And we did get a nice shot of rain last night.
We did. It's got some hail with it too. We're going to show you some pictures coming up. But we've earned it. We've earned it because we had several days of cool, cloudy conditions. Now we're going to get some sun and some warmth today. The aquifer did respond a little bit from yesterday's rainfall. It's up 0.3 foot to 641.1. In your pollen count, this is the bad news. Molds have jumped way up at 7,230, and oak is also high at 5,140. When is our next chance of rain? We'll take a look coming up.
All right, we're going to head over to SA Live for their Friday question of the day.
Happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday. This is one I think everybody's going to love.
Yes, I think so. So tomorrow is National Puppy Day, so we want you to share your photos. Do you guys have puppies or dogs?
Yeah.
I have an older dog, a senior dog that acts like a puppy.
Me too.
She's 16-year-old little Chihuahua, and she still acts like a baby. It's the funniest thing.
16? What?
And I can imagine RJ sits there and goes, "Oh, you good boy, yeah." So
Is that how you talk
Of
to her?
course, yes. Exactly, Mike.
Spot on, Mike.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like kids. They're always going to be our babies, our
Yes.
puppies, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
indeed.
I have the same situation.
Oh, those are my babies right there. That's Sassy and Elvis. So Elvis, the darker one, he is still a puppy. He's about a little over a year, and he gets the zoomies. He had him this morning.
Did you name him? Did your kids name him?
Rai, my son, named him Elvis. He is an Elvis fan, my son. Yep.
Okay, that's the one, the only Bosco. Yes, that's our dog that was supposed to be a Shih Tzu. It is not, and yeah, he's a handful.
He's cute. Ursula,
He's
what about
adorable.
you?
He's got the little kind of underbite thing.
I liked his little bandana there that you had for him, Mike. Very
You
nice.
love
Very
him. You
dapper.
love him.
Got RJ. Anyway, hey, scan that QR code and send us in pictures of your little puppies.
Fur babies.
Yes, indeed. Plus, we got great food today, too. Go figure. Hey.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah.
Puppies and food. Can't go
Count
wrong
on
with that.
All right, thank you. And Justin Horn has got the cutest little puppy in the world.
It's not a puppy anymore. It's a big old dog.
He's got some adventures with her.
Yeah.
Penny's been a handful. Mike and I, we talk about Penny and Bosco. But I must say, I got to meet Swiffer the other day.
Yes,
Oh,
I brought.
man,
I had a extemporaneous bring your dog to work day.
He was an office hero.
And he was an office hero.
lifted everyone's
He
spirits.
lifted everybody's spirits. What a morale booster.
That was a great name, too.
And
Swiffer.
you think Swiffer's how old?
16, 17.
Wow.
Yeah, he's old, and he acts just like a puppy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Penny will be in their shoes one of these days.
Yeah.
She's still very much.
She's not slowing down.
No. Okay, yesterday we got some hail across here. Some thunderstorms developed last night as we thought they might. And some of them developed some pretty sizable hail. In this case, they're around Woodlawn Lake, the size of an egg. And they reported a little bit of damage there to some glass. We didn't get a whole lot of reports of damage, which is a good thing. But yes, there was some hail as a severe thunderstorm pulsed up right on the west side of San Antonio and worked its way through town. Good to see the rain. We don't necessarily want the hail, but a lot of times, especially this time of year, they do come in tandem. So as you look at the time lapse, I want to start you at 6 o'clock this morning. It was foggy. We saw visibilities come way down, and then ceilings lifted, clouds began to clear. We switched camera shots there, but you get the idea. Now we're looking at blue skies, and it's so beautiful out there. Temperatures are at 74 at the airport. 56 is the dew point, and this number is trying to come down so the air just feels more comfortable on a north-northwesterly wind at about 8 miles per hour. In the satellite picture, well, skies have completely cleared everywhere except our far eastern counties. So it is sunny for all of us, and the air is drier as you get out west, and that's giving us some warmer temperatures. Places like Del Rio already in the 80s. You may be pushing 90. In fact, I do think you get up to 90 today. Hondo at 69, 74 Pleasanton, 71 in Kennedy. But you're going to see all these numbers warm up probably into the 80s today, if not, then the upper 70s. 73 Randolph, 72 New Braunfels, 68 right now Canyon Lake. Here's our forecast. 80 by 4 o'clock here in San Antonio. Those northerly winds do kick up a little bit, 10 to 20 miles per hour and gusty, but what a great evening. 74 at 8 p.m., 70 at 9 o'clock, and down to 68 at 10 p.m. Now, by tomorrow morning, it will be a little bit chilly. Not cold, but we're thinking low 50s by Saturday morning. So if you're going to be out and about, you may want a light coat for a little bit, but it warms up during the afternoon, 76. And then Sunday, we're calling for 74. We will get more clouds on Sunday, and it could be a little bit windy once again, this time with southerly winds kicking up, starting to usher in moisture out ahead of our next storm system. The last storm system, the one that brought the hail last night, still spinning here over parts of northeast Texas and Louisiana. It's starting to move off to the east, but it will create a lot of unsettled weather there across the southeastern portion of the country today and tomorrow. As we get into tomorrow, I know it looks like there's a lot of clouds over Texas. I think these are mostly just high clouds, so the thin clouds will have some filtered sun, but not a bad Saturday. As we get into Sunday, clouds increase in general, and our storm system is starting to take shape over the Rocky Mountains. And as it moves a little bit closer on Monday, that's when we start to see some showers and storms. Now, this is Monday morning, 7 a.m. I think that's our best, when we have our best odds at storms. It's low end, and once again, we're on the tail end of things, but about a 30% chance of rain on Monday, and there could still be a few storms Monday afternoon. We'll see, depending on the timing of this system, but I think our odds of rain are generally pretty low. That moves away, and we got another little quick moving system in behind that brings another small rain chance on Wednesday. So those are the next two time frames we'll be watching. In the meantime, again, 80 today. We showed you the weekend forecast. 74 on Monday, 30% chance of rain, 75 Tuesday, and then another small chance Wednesday. But temperatures are really nice here. We're talking 70s for the most part, morning lows in the 50s. Not bad at all. And today is gorgeous.
It is. It looks like the weekend will be as well. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, looks good, Justin. Okay, we are on Wemby Watch. We will tell you what the French phenom is saying about the final stretch of Spurs games and what he says the team wants to get done with 13 games left. Yes, just 13 games. Sports is coming up next. All right, time to get excited because we are counting down to the first ever high school boys and girls basketball all-star game this Sunday. More than 100 of the top hoopers in the area will hit the court at Northside Sports Gym for 4 total games. San Antonio Sports CEO Jenny Carnes says the excitement is building, especially with the attention the women's college games are getting.
The reason I wanted to do basketball this year in our first year is so we can be inclusive of having both boys and girls games. So having 1A to to 4A, including private schools, both boys and girls, and then our 5A, 6A larger schools, both boys and girls. So we've got 4 great games coming up on Sunday. So it's such a compelling storyline for women's sports right now. So to be able to have some of those top names here in San Antonio that we will be watching next year on ESPN during March Madness is pretty cool, to be able to see them one last time on a home floor.
Yeah, Jenny talking about Ryan Forestier from Brandeis, who's going to USC, and Ariana Roberson from Clark, who is going to Duke. So here's a quick look at the schedule for Sunday. We're going to have the inaugural games, of course. We're going to have a skills challenge, a 3-point contest, 4 games, 8 teams total, featuring some of the top players here from Class 6A all the way to the private schools. You can see all the action live right here Sunday, KSAT 12, starting at noon. Make sure to check out all of our all-star basketball content on KSAT.com for more information.
Very important, and the whole focus is on winning these games, and I think we've had our ups and downs in the season, but we know each other way better today, so it all comes down to all of our personal efforts to make this work, but it's going to work.
All right, speaking about a guy who will definitely be a future NBA All-Star for years to come, Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs making it very clear that, you know what, they want to go out winning here. Their objective is to win their final 13 games of the season, and that starts tonight against the Memphis Grizzlies. Tip-off tonight, 7 p.m. at the Frostbank Center. It is March Madness. Let's run down a couple of the big matchups here. Texas, yes, the Horns beat Colorado State yesterday, 56-44. So they will now take on their former head coach, Rick Barnes, the Tennessee Volunteers, tomorrow night at 7. And this is why David Sears is not here. Yeah. Texas Tech loses to NC State. He's in mourning, yes, 80-67. A couple of upsets here. Duquesne beat BYU in the East region. They face Illinois next. And the bigger upset, the biggest upset so far, Kentucky falling to the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Mike Osterhage's Oakland Golden Grizzlies, 80-76. A couple of games that we're looking at here today. Baylor already taking on Colgate here. That game is already underway. And at 5:50, Justin Horn's A&M Aggies taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And let's go to 8 o'clock here. Houston versus Longwood. And don't want to forget about TCU. They are taking on the other Aggies in this tournament, Utah State. All right. A lot of action, Ursula.
We're getting a lot of feedback in the studio about Colgate right now. Yeah.
Well,
people are
I'm not going to say it's
someone.
Someone over there picked Colgate. I'm not going to say who, but rhymes with Justin.
All right, coming up next. It can live on surfaces for weeks. It's highly contagious. It can make you sick like a dog. We're not talking about coronavirus. We're talking about the dreaded norovirus. The steps you can take to reduce your risk of getting sick and keeping it from spreading in your home. That's coming up on our next newscast today at 5 after Entertainment Tonight. Take a look outside with live cam. It is a gorgeous day out there. If you're watching, March Madness, and your team isn't winning, go outside and enjoy this instead, Justin.
There you go. Although I like RJ's suggestion earlier, find like one of those
like outdoor, a patio restaurant, something with those kid-friendly spots. Yeah.
Yes, go outside.
There you go.
Yes, it is gorgeous out there. Last night was kind of loud, right? We had some storms come through. I want to show you a video from Jerry. This was some of that hail that was falling. You see the heavy rain, but we don't have sound with this, but if we did, it would be loud because you can see the hailstones coming down, none of which are very large, but there was a lot of them. And it's sort of our first taste of spring, right? We're going to get more of these type storms, obviously, over the next couple months. And last night, yes, it was loud, but we have since cleared out, and now we're looking at some beautiful weather. Blue skies here over the airport. 74 right now, 72 New Braunfels, 73 in Seguin, low 70s for Bernie and Kerrville, and that northwesterly wind starting to pick up. What about rain chances? Well, we're not getting any over the weekend. The weekend looks good, but Monday morning we'll have a shot at some thunderstorms, and then again on Wednesday we'll have a shot at some thunderstorms. So those are our next 2 chances. And then beyond that, we'll see what's going to unfold for the eclipse. We're going to talk a little more about the eclipse and the weather and all that fun stuff coming up here in just a couple minutes, guys.
All right, thank you, Justin. And for nearly 2 months, we've been telling you about the relationship between Bexar County District Attorney Joe Gonzalez and an Austin-based criminal justice reform group. Well, KSAT Investigates confirms the Wren Collective was also behind a controversial policy in Portland, Oregon that allowed arrested protesters to avoid being prosecuted. Dylan Collier takes us through the ongoing federal lawsuit that shines a light on Wren's role in the Pacific Northwest.
Following the May 2020 murder of George Floyd by a Minneapolis police officer, protests broke out across the nation. Perhaps most notably in Portland, Oregon, where clashes continued off and on throughout the summer and into the fall. Critics contend the social unrest was heightened by Multnomah County District Attorney Mike Schmidt's decision that August to announce a policy that his office would not prosecute protesters unless they were also accused of more serious crimes. Charges like assaulting a police officer would be subjected to a high level of scrutiny. Quote, consideration should be given to the chaos of a protesting environment. The policy did not retroactively apply to conservative activist Joey Gibson and a co-defendant, Russell Schultz, who were charged in 2019 with felony riot following a confrontation outside a Portland bar. After an Oregon judge dismissed the charges and criticized Schmidt for pursuing the case, Gibson and Schultz last year sued the DA and other law enforcement officials alleging malicious prosecution, that Schmidt had been apprised of their case after taking office and moved forward because of their political beliefs. The suit revealed the controversial protest policy had been provided to Schmidt in July 2020 by the Wren Collective. 18 days later, Schmidt announced his version publicly. An analysis by KSAT Investigates shows the two versions are nearly indistinguishable, minus a few stylistic changes made by the DA. The suit also referenced a June 2020 email from Wren founder Jessica Brand to Schmidt's private account to schedule a private call so that the substance of their communication would not be documented in writing. Brand telling KSAT in a statement this week, quote, anyone who tells you that public officials aren't receiving help from experts to fulfill their vision is lying to you. When it comes to public safety, for example, that help can come from the police union or an organization like Wren. I'm proud when leaders choose Wren. Brand's role in Portland is similar to what we've uncovered in Bexar County, providing policy to a district attorney around the time he first takes office.
Multnomah County District Attorney Mike Schmidt did not respond to an email seeking comment for this story. His protest policy led to hundreds of charges being dismissed in 2020, according to an analysis by an Oregon newspaper. Gibson and Schultz's lawsuit was dismissed last month and is now before the Federal Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit. Asked about Brand, their attorney described her to KSAT as a, quote, hidden hand here, going county to county, pushing these policies, and it's been done in secret, end quote. For KSAT Investigates, I'm Dylan Collier.
A federal appeals court has sent Boston Marathon bomber case back to a lower court to consider claims of juror bias. The decision does not, however, vacate the death sentence for Johar Tsarnaev. If the district court finds a juror should have been stricken for bias, there will be a new sentencing in the case. During the trial, Tsarnaev's current attorneys claimed that two jurors posted on their social media pages about the bombings and the court proceedings. He's one of two brothers responsible for the 2023 bombing, which killed 4 people and injured hundreds more.
Well, 988 mental health crisis calls may soon be routed based on location rather than area code to speed up connecting callers with help. Under the current system, for example, someone located in, let's say, the LA area who has a cell phone number with a New York area code would be routed to a crisis call center in New York. The head of the U.S. Federal Communications Commission is proposing requiring telecom companies to route calls based on a person's physical location. She's submitted the proposal to the full commission and expects the rule to pass a vote in the next several weeks.
Passengers who were aboard that Alaska Airlines flight when a door plug blew out in mid-flight could be the victims of a crime. That's according to a letter the Federal Bureau of Investigation sent to the passengers on Tuesday. The letter did not say why the passengers could be victims of a crime, but noted The FBI is investigating the case. The FBI later said it could not confirm nor deny whether it is investigating, citing Department of Justice policy. Back on January 5th, 171 passengers and 6 crew members boarded the flight from Portland, Oregon, bound for California. Shortly after takeoff, a part of the fuselage called the door plug blew off, and it forced an emergency landing.
Coming up, a popular weight loss prescription drug could soon be more affordable for some patients. We'll tell you how an FDA decision is leading to change.
If you have an Apple phone, listen up. Apple facing scrutiny from federal officials in a lawsuit that could change how your smartphone works. Why the Department of Justice is zeroing in on certain iPhone features in a historic antitrust lawsuit against Apple. The Justice Department joining 16 states and the District of Columbia to file a significant challenge to the reach and influence of the company Apple. It claims in a sweeping antitrust lawsuit that the tech giant has an illegal monopoly on the smartphones that boxes out the competition. The DOJ accusing Apple of blocking companies from offering apps that compete with its products. Apple is also accused of decreasing the quality of videos sent between iPhone and non-iPhone users. The Justice Department says unlocking more competition for Apple products will lead to more innovation and lower prices for consumers.
And Medicare could start to soon cover the very popular weight loss prescription drug Wegovy. That's because the Food and Drug Administration has approved the company's bid to add cardiovascular benefits to the medicine's label. This Medicare approval would only be for certain senior citizens and other beneficiaries with a history of heart disease. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services said that it informed insurers that the provide Medicare Part D drug plans that they could cover Wegovy. That's after the FDA expanded the approval this month. By law, Medicare is not allowed to cover drugs for chronic weight management. In this case, there's an exception because the drug claims to reduce the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and other major adverse cardiovascular events.
Earlier we were saying you need to get out and enjoy the weather. This is one case where you might want to not go out. If you have to head northbound on I-37 at Loop 410, it is shut down.
Yeah, completely shut down right now. Maybe think about taking Old Corpus Christi if you need to get up to the southeast side. And this looks bad, Justin, but the weather at least is looking pretty good out there.
Roll down the windows and enjoy the view.
Yeah, turn up the music. It's that kind of day. We've got beautiful weather. 74 degrees so far today. The average is 75, so we're going to be above average today for the first time in a long time. The record is 96, set back in 1971. Not that warm, but there will be some temperatures near 90 on the map today. How does the weekend look, and what about next week? Got some more storm chances to talk about. We'll take a look coming up.
We want to get you caught up on some British news, late breaking news this noon. We are set in just a few minutes to get an update on Princess Kate Middleton's health from Princess Kate herself.
Yeah, there's a lot of eyes, ears. Everyone's going to be paying attention to this, especially there in the UK. We're waiting on special reports from ABC News, and we will bring that to you live when that happens.
Of course, she had told all of the folks there that she was going to be on bed rest until after Easter. Easter is next weekend, so there's been so much speculation. It's horrible.
Yeah, definitely a lot.
I hope she's feeling better, and I look forward to hearing what she's got to say.
Yeah, wishing for the best there.
Coming up at 1 o'clock, right here. Justin.
Okay.
Here we go.
Right.
Justin's like, I just care about March Madness.
That's not true. No. I hope everything is good there. Yes, March Madness underway. And then the other thing that we're also, anticipating is the eclipse, which is just 17 days away. We're obviously very excited here. April 8th, 1:30. That's the time when the eclipse will be at totality, at least right around that time here in San Antonio. So here's today's fun facts. Not so much of a fact as it is a suggestion or a reminder. Do not park on the side of roadways during the eclipse. Be safe out there because That can cause a lot of issues. We know in other instances where we've had total solar eclipses that traffic can get awful, and then there's distracted drivers and all that stuff. So if you can, find a place, park, and enjoy the eclipse. You'll have to get to the northwest side of San Antonio. If you're in San Antonio, that's where the totality will be even better up in the hill country. But know that the hill country is going to be very crowded as well. 17 days away, we'll have full coverage for you. We've got so much planned, and we're going to have live coverage from several spots across South Texas, so stay tuned. Today's forecast, 65 in Amarillo today. We're behind a cold front here. 70s out ahead of the front, and we've got some 90s on the map. It's going to be that warm in places like Del Rio and Laredo. 80 in San Antonio, so a lot of warmth there. This is on the backside of a storm system that, of course, brought us some rough weather yesterday. That is now moving away. There's still some good rain across parts of Arkansas and Louisiana, but we've got sinking air behind this for us, and that translates to some blue skies. 74. 56 is the dew point. Northwesterly winds at about 8 miles per hour. The dew point forecast today keeps those dew points fairly low. We started off in the 60s this morning. That's why we saw some fog, but these dew points fall off. That puts us in the pleasant category, and honestly, you can't drop a better Friday. Just puts you in a good mood for the weekend. These are the forecast highs around the area, and yeah, there'll be some 70s in the hill country, but I mentioned some of those 90s. Carrizo Springs, that's a place that could be up near 90. Crystal City, Eagle Pass, Del Rio. Those are the areas that will certainly see temperatures jump up today due to some pretty dry air out west. All right, what lies ahead? So as we get into Saturday, we'll start to see more clouds developing, and we'll get a storm system that approaches from the west. This will bring a chance of some storms as we get into Monday. This is Monday morning. That's when our best opportunity for rain will be, and then that'll scoot east. And then by Sunday afternoon, we'll get a little bit of clearing. And then there's another quick moving system in behind that that'll bring another rain chance on Wednesday. So I think those are our next two opportunities to get some thunderstorms. And in both instances, the severe weather threat is generally pretty low, but we're going to keep an eye on that too. It's that time of year where we have to watch for that. And we knew that that was certainly the case last night. 76 Saturday, 74 Sunday, more clouds on Sunday, 30% chance of rain on Monday. 75 Tuesday, 74 Wednesday with a 20% chance of rain. Temperatures stay really comfortable next week, by the way. This is very spring-like, but very nice. And a lot of people have been asking, what about the eclipse? What does the weather look like? It's too early to say. We have no idea yet, but as we get a little bit closer, we'll be able to kind of hone in on that forecast, and we're keeping our fingers crossed for that day specifically that we get some clear skies and we can see everything beautifully, guys.
Okay, I'm starting a little bit of betting.
Okay, here we go.
I'm saying clear,
non-March Madness bet.
Clear and cool and lovely.
Let's hope. Well, I'm definitely going to take you up on that.
Before we go to break, we asked for your help, and boy, did you answer. Thank you for all of your donations during the KSAT Community Phone Bank for the Boys and Girls Club. Operators collected more than $4,300. Yay. All this money is going to go to help the organization's members.
Yeah, they do a great job. The Boys and Girls Club serves some of our city's most vulnerable youth, helping more than 3,000 kids in San Antonio every year. Once again, thank you for all of your support. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Well, we're all still here at work, so that means no one here has won the Mega Millions jackpot since December 8th of last year. Yeah, that's a while now. And now the grand prize is expected to be worth almost $1 billion. $977 million is the estimated jackpot in Friday night's drawing.
That would be the lottery's sixth largest. There have only been 5 Mega Millions jackpots that exceeded $1 billion. According to the lottery, the odds of winning the Mega Millions jackpot are 1 in 302 million. It's not bad odds. Okay, however, the overall odds of winning any Mega Millions prize are 1 in 24. So there you go. Those are actually really good odds.
Yeah, I'll take that if we got to do it. It's similar to the March Madness stuff. You cannot pick a perfect bracket. It's probably mathematically impossible.
But you try every
But you
year.
try, yeah. We got to keep
Yes.
plugging through here. Yes.
All right,
absolutely.
let's head over to SA Live. I know they got food today, too.
Well, very quickly, speaking of the bracket there, Jen pointed out, yes, my team won. Oakland University beat
Very
Kentucky.
happy.
Had to throw that one in there.
That was an upset. Yes. Yes, okay. No offense, Mike. All right, now we're talking burgers. I hope you guys are hungry. Cuarto de kilo. We have Alvaro Aguilar joining us to talk about. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, first time in the United States.
First
Mexican
time
burgers, right?
in the United States. Thank you for inviting me.
All right, so this is a Mexican burger as opposed to American. What's the difference?
So we make the patties from scratch, and we put some parsley on the ground beef, mustard, salt, and pepper. It's give like authentic Mexican burger.
Okay, and this is a burger and then some, as the name implies. All right, you know what tomorrow is?
National Puppy Day. Look at these cuties, of course. We had to get some in here. By the way, Robert, our producer, loves dogs, so we had to throw that in there too. We have San Antonio Humane Society with some cuties.
These two little adoptable ones, and we want to see yours. So scan that QR code and show us pictures of your little baby. This one's a little bit shy over here.
So
yes, indeed.
precious.
All right, looking for something fun to do with the kids? How about heading over to Urban Air? Boy, they can blow off a little bit of steam there, can't
yeah,
they?
get them tired, and then they'll be ready to go to sleep, right? Yes, it's a
Why
great
is it
time.
bouncing on trampoline makes you so tired? Wears you out?
Yeah, burning calories.
Also, a lot of events coming up this weekend, and one out there, it is free out at Rolling Oaks Mall, and a lot of dancing going on, and various cultures and ethnicities around here. We've got a great dance to show you.
Yes, can't wait to see that. Also, lots of deals, insider deals. We've got a bunch to share with you, so you can save some money and get some good bargains,
Yeah, I
right?
mean, the prices and what they're knocked down to,
Yeah, that's always nice,
unbelievable.
yes.
That and a whole lot more coming up on SA Live. One more. Go get your baby puppy. Stick around.